On today's video, we're going to talk about free roll steer versus side bite, how they affect the car, and what's the best outcome. More on that when we get back. On today's video, we're going to talk about free roll steer. Side bite, free roll steer. Which one's faster, which one's better? They've both been around a long time. But now it's time to make a decision what we need to do to be fast in our race cars. One's going to feel good, one's going to be fast. So the decision's yours. But before we get started, share, comment, subscribe, like our videos. This helps us grow, and we've been doing a great job, guys, so keep it up. Side bite. We're going to start with side bite. Side bite's been around forever. Side bite was something that we needed because we had leaf spring cars. And in a leaf spring car, the car just wanted to go straight forward. It didn't want to travel laterally. And we got into the corner, and side bite was what corrected our slide that we had in our car. It stopped the slide. And then the leaf springs made the car go forward. Side bite was carried over into a three-link situation where we wanted the right rear to dig, really dig, get in there. And if it chattered a little bit, on the right rear, man, we knew our car was really going to be good. But sometimes we had to put maybe an inch of roll steer in the car to get the car to turn. Okay, when 4 bars come, like I said before, we instantly put them on hook. We made drive out of them, and here we were again, trying to supplement with side bite. Okay, as we've grown, now we know what side bite is. Side bite is when the car is put to the right rear, it stops the wheel spin and the lateral motion in the car. It's really like a Jake brake, but all on the right rear. And it's really just there to slow the car down. So as we become more momentum, we've learned that side bite's not the greatest thing ever. If we look at our brothers over on the asphalt world, you don't see them doing that with their cars. And if they did, it wouldn't last very long. So what we're learning is side bite, like being smacked over the head with a cactus, isn't the greatest thing in the world. It's something that we've been around, it's something that we've utilized for years, but now it's time for it to go, and now it's time to become faster. And this is where we've learned to start to set load on the right rear. We've paid a lot more attention to the right rear travels and the spring rates, and we're getting the car to stand up on the right rear a little bit. Instead of being all hunked down, left rear wheel floating in the air, we're down a little on the right rear. We got rear steer in the car, and that's carrying us through the corner. This is the beginning of free roll steer. Free roll steer is being able to have the car hooked up enough on the right rear without it digging, without it rolled over to the rim, and the car still going forward. We give it the gas, it wants to roll forward. A guy once told me, well, you can never get on the throttle before center of the corner. And that's true, you couldn't, because you had so much rear in the car, it just wanted to hook it up, turn it, and go straight, which made our cars really tight, which means we had to snap them loose to get them to get around the corner. This is not fast. This is not fast. This is part of side bite. We need to get back in the throttle early. When our left side weight transfers to our right side tire, we must go forward. We must continue that motion of load transfer to the right rear and move it forward. Free roll steer is more of an asphalt terminology brought over to dirt. It's very free. The first time I felt it was on asphalt, and I thought, oh, I'm loose, I'm spinning out. So my dirt knowledge told me, pick the throttle up. I picked the throttle up, and then I'm like, ooh, I'm still loose. I picked the throttle up again, and that's when I realized it wasn't getting better. It was getting faster. And I thought, wow, how fast can I go? I don't know, because it wasn't my car to wreck. I've done that a time or two, so it's not been a good thing. And I thought to myself, if my dirt guys could experience what I just experienced, they would never lose again. We'd be really, really fast. Okay, it's my goal to make you guys fast. It's my goal to try to teach you guys different things about these cars that I've experienced, that I've been lucky enough to learn because I do this 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is all I do day in, day out is race car stuff. So it gives me the opportunity to learn some things that the average racer doesn't get to learn because he's got a job, he's got a family, he's got kids to take care of. My family's all grown up, and I'm dedicating this time to you guys. Free roll steer. It's a new feeling, it's on the right rear, and we've got to learn to love it. I think that explains the difference between side bite and free roll steer. Side bite's kind of that old digging like Dale. Free roll steer means that we're going to get that tire through more than one 20-lap race. So you guys that are posting pictures of tires, blaming it on Hoosier, going, how come they can't build a tire that lasts more than 20 laps? How come that tire's sitting there on no tread? How come the tread's completely gone on that tire and there's a block or two left? What kind of abuse are you putting that right rear through that it can't even last 20 laps? This is not the direction that we need to head. So when you see them pictures, I think, how can they win races? Because they got to be doing it horribly wrong. Some of those guys are pretty good racers. That's where we always get into trouble because we got to try to follow the guy that's winning the most races. Doesn't matter where he's doing it right or wrong. It doesn't matter. Whoever does it and whoever can get the most people to do it, that's what becomes right. Okay? And in this world, that's wrong. We need to do what's right for the car and what's good for the car. Free roll steer is good for the car. Side bite is a thing of the past. Which one's going to feel better? Well, I'll tell you this, it ain't going to be free roll steer at first. Side bite is what you're most used to. That's what you're used to. So that is what's going to feel better. You're going to like side bite better than free roll steer because it's more common to you. We often say, oh, I don't like that because it's different. Not because it's bad, because it's different. And we haven't given it time to develop into something good. We just instantly say, oh, I don't like that rebound. Oh, I don't like the feel of that. I don't like that shock. I don't like that tire. I don't like that bar adjustment because it's different. Can that bar adjustment be good for your car? Can that 1/4 inch, 3/8 of rear steer be good for your car? Understand what rear steer is in the car statically. Understand what wheel offset is in the car because these are the things it's going to take to get the right rear where it needs to be free enough. Stagger. The car needs to be stepped out a little bit. We need to get the car in the corner on the right rear. Free roll steer. Our spring and our load are a big part of free roll steer. A huge part because we can't be overburdened on the right rear and get the car to continue to corner. It won't work. It's going to settle back down and then we're going to be in trouble. We're talking about a more slick condition, not a cushion, not hammered up. I don't get off the gas, not that type of driving. We're talking about a track that's got some grip to no grip. It's slick, and we need to place load on the tire. Spring rate. We can't do this on a 175 no more. We got to do it on a 225, a 250. We've even been up into the 300 ranges, and the cars are getting better. As the car frees up, it will go faster. When we raced a crate late model deal, our 2 fastest nights was when we knocked the spoiler off, half the spoiler was gone, and we raced one night on old D55s. So we had 21s on the car. One night we had old D55s. And these were our faster nights. Not our fastest nights, but these were our faster nights. Okay, you got to learn from those mistakes. You got to learn from those experiences. When things happen on the racetrack, you got to ask why, and you got to learn from it. Okay, different New is not bad. New sometimes is different. Different is not bad. It means I got to learn. I got to understand. How can I make this better for the car? Free roll steer is not the feel you desire. It's not the feel you're looking for, but it is fast, and it's much faster than side bite. And we need to learn that. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow, but free roll steer is faster. I had a guy call and say, how am I going to do this? Well, you're going to do it by freeing up the car. We're going to reduce some of our bite. We're going to maybe increase our right rear spring load a little bit, possibly increase our spring rate on the right rear, our spring load on the right rear, have a little steer in the car, and get used to what this feels like, because it's not going to be the most desirable feel on night one. For you guys that is, you're ahead of the curve. Good luck. Let's continue to move forward. One of our fastest guys at our local racetrack, me and him have communicated over the last year and a half, 2 years, and our communication about drive is zero. Zero. All we talk about is how free he's got his car. And if he's there, he's the guy to beat. So I'm telling you what I've seen, I'm telling you what I know, and it works. And I'll tell you, and I'll be honest, it's probably not the most desirable feel that you're going to start with. But it's a new feel, and it needs to become the one you go for, the one you're after. Because this feel is speed, and it is fast. And it can be faster. So we need to learn to love it. Okay, guys? This one's going to be debatable, so it's very worth making some comments. Some very good comments have been coming in lately. I appreciate you guys that comment. I appreciate the guy that called today because he heard something on a video and he needed some help. Had nothing to do really with racing, but he needed some help, so he called. A guy gave me my phone number because he watched a video. That's what we're doing. You guys are doing a great job of it. Thank you. Thank you. So let's grow this channel. Let's have some great ideas about different things that we can do to be fast. Okay? And as always, go fast, go left. God bless you, and we'll see you the next time.